Welcome to It's Not Just Menopause, the podcast that empowers you to navigate midlife with confidence through real talk, root cause insights, and no BS strategies that actually work. If you're dealing with fatigue, stubborn weight, brain fog, or just feeling off and overlooked, this show is for you. Discover what's really going on with your hormones and why it's not just about estrogen. Each episode breaks down what your doctor didn't explain, the internet got wrong, and what your body's been trying to tell you all along. From stress and metabolism to nervous system support and functional nutrition, we'll cover the tools that help you feel more like yourself, again, without restrictive diets, overwhelming plans, or hormone hype. I'm your host, Cindi, functional nutrition practitioner and certified menopause specialist. I'm here to guide you through the midlife noise so you can stop guessing, get the clarity you deserve, and finally take back control of your health. If you've ever felt dismissed, overwhelmed, or like your body just isn't responding the way it used to, you're in the right place. Let's rewrite the menopause story without the fluff. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of It's Not Just Menopause. I'm Cindi Stickle. I'm a certified menopause specialist. I am a GLP-1 metabolism specialist as well. And today we're talking about something that I think a lot more women need to hear right now, especially with how many women over 40 are on GLP-1s. Like it's 300% increase in women on GLP-1s. So, because what I'm seeing is something happening that's over and over again. So women will lose some weight, their appetite drops, the food noise quiets down, and then they still feel exhausted. Still overwhelmed, still foggy, still running on caffeine and cortisol. And they start wondering, why do I still feel so bad if I'm losing weight? And that's what I'm unpacking today. GLP-1s don't fix burnout. They don't regulate your nervous system, and they can't fix a nervous system that's been stuck in survival mode for years. And for a lot of women in perimenopause, that's the real issue underneath everything. Take away the GLP-1 and that is a root cause. Not laziness, not lack of discipline, not lack of willpower. A body that's been stuck in survival mode for far too long. So today I'm going to cover why some women lose weight on a GLP-1 but still feel terrible, how burnout shows up differently in perimenopause, why appetite suppression can actually make burnout worse if you're not careful, and what your body actually needs for sustainable energy, metabolism, and long-term health. Okay, so why does weight loss not equal being healthier, right? In air quotes. So one of the biggest mistakes women make is assuming that if they lose weight, they'll automatically feel better. And most of the time, a lot of stuff does improve, right? Your joints aren't aching, you're giving your heart a break from that extra weight, things like that. But, blood sugar improves, inflammation. But burnout is different. Burnout is deeper than the number on the scale. Burnout is what happens when your nervous system has been carrying too much stress for too long without enough recovery. And here's what's crucial and critical to understand. Before we get back to today's episode, I've got a quick question for you. Feel like your body's in chaos, but your labs are normal? You're not crazy, you're not broken, and you're definitely not alone. If you've been told it's just menopause or to wait it out, it's time for real answers. Take my free quiz, What's Really Driving Your Menopause Symptoms. In under 2 minutes, you'll uncover your top hidden stressor and get my free guide, The Menopause Stress Fix, sent straight to your inbox. Head to cindistickle.com/quiz or click the link in the show notes. If you're doing everything right, but still feel like a mess, this quiz is your next step. All right, let's get back to today's episode. Perimenopause already lowers your stress tolerance, right? And I've talked about this a lot if you've listened to any of my episodes. In perimenopause and menopause, the littlest thing of stress hits us harder than what it used to in our 20s and 30s, okay? And when we react to stress, it just sets our cortisol off again, okay? And estrogen, it helps buffer cortisol, but as estrogen drops in perimenopause, that buffer weakens. Things that used to roll off you now stick. Your body reads everyday stress as an emergency, and it responds accordingly, holding on to fat, breaking down muscle, disrupting sleep, and clouding your thinking, right? Brain fog. So the things that you used to be able to push through in your 30s, they hit differently now. And you've heard me say this if you've been following me for any length of time. The poor sleep, the undereating, the overworking, the caregiving, the caffeine dependence, the pushing through exhaustion, eventually your body stops adapting well. That's perimenopause burnout. It's not a mindset problem. It's a physiological state. And a GLP-1 cannot reach it. Okay, you can lose weight while you're still being metabolically stressed. You can lose weight while still being nutritionally depleted. Hello, that's why I created my program. And you can lose weight while your nervous system is still dysregulated. And that's why some women are looking smaller, like they're losing weight, but they're feeling so much worse. Okay, so this one is the biggest thing that I see right now. The appetite suppression, right? Women in perimenopause are already unintentionally underfueling because they before they ever start, right, a GLP-1. Because how many decades have women heard, oh, you gotta eat like 1,200 calories or whatever. You're already messing with your metabolism. You've already slowed it down. Okay, you've already put your body in fight or flight, and it's holding on to that fat because it doesn't know when you're going to get food again. Even with your eating that small amount, it thinks you're starving, okay? And skipping meals, running on coffee, eating tiny lunches, trying to be good, living in chronic stress, okay? Then the appetite suppression gets layered on top of it. And suddenly they're barely eating at all. Like you, if you're on a GLP-1 and this is you, you're barely eating. And this, because the scale moves first, you think everything is working. But underneath, your body is struggling because your body still needs protein, minerals and electrolytes, amino acids, blood sugar stability, enough energy to maintain muscle and metabolic function. The medication suppresses appetite. It does not remove your biological need for nourishment. And in perimenopause, nourishment matters more than ever because midlife women are already more vulnerable to muscle loss, metabolic slowdown, fatigue, and blood sugar instability, most of those from lack of estrogen. And so when a woman tells me she's just never hungry anymore, I don't automatically celebrate that because you're like depleting your body what it needs, okay? And long-term appetite suppression without intentional nourishment is going to backfire, no doubt about it, especially if you're over 40, a woman over 40. If your body is already in a stress state and you can reduce food intake on top of that, your body reads it as another threat. Less fuel and more stress. That combination accelerates muscle loss, which you're already losing because losing estrogen, and you're already losing if you're on a super high dose of GLP-1, which you shouldn't be. You should be microdosing like me. And it keeps cortisol elevated. It shows your metabolism it slows it even as the scale is moving, okay? The weight goes down, but you feel worse. And sometimes the weight stalls even, okay? And that's not a medication failure. You don't need to keep upping your dose because that's just making everything worse. That's a body that needed something the medication could not give it, okay? And so why can a GLP-1 not fix a nervous system that's stuck in survival mode? Okay, and this is the part that nobody wants to talk about because, believe me, it's less sexy than weight loss, right? But it matters. A GLP-1 works on appetite suppression and blood sugar. That's its job. And it does that job really well. What it doesn't do, what it was never designed to do, is calm a dysregulated nervous system. That is the whole basis of my whole menopause program. It's not just hormones, right? It doesn't lower chronically elevated cortisol. It doesn't repair adrenal function. It doesn't tell your body it's safe enough to let go. And a nervous system stuck in survival mode changes everything. It changes digestion, sleep, recovery, blood sugar regulation, cravings, inflammation, energy production, hormone signaling. It's a lot, right? If your body still feels unsafe and still overloaded and still depleted, you may lose weight, maybe, but you're still going to feel like crap, okay? I see women all the time who think, once I lose the weight, I'll finally feel calm again. Nah, it doesn't. The weight has nothing to do with your nervous system, okay? But sometimes the opposite happens. because once the constant focus on weight quiets down, they finally feel how exhausted they actually are. And the women I see getting the best results on the GLP-1s, losing weight and feeling better, keeping their energy, keeping their muscle, actually thriving, they're the ones who came in with their foundation already in place, or who built it alongside the medication, which again is my brand new program that's new to the world. The first one out there ever. And their nutrition was supporting them. Their stress was being addressed. Their nervous system wasn't in crisis mode. The women who struggle, often the most exhausted ones. The ones who thought the GLP-1 would fix the exhaustion too. It won't, not on its own. It's not a magic pill or a magic shot. It does seem magical sometimes. Believe me, I'm on it, but it's just one little tool in your whole health picture, right? So what does your body actually need? Okay, so if the GLP-1s don't fix burnout, what does help? A few things, and they're not complicated, okay? First is eat enough. Not starvation, not seeing how little you can get away with. Your body needs fuel, especially protein. Your muscles need it. Your metabolism needs it. And your stress response needs stable blood sugar to even begin to calm down. Eating within the first hour of waking, and I've talked about this too, I know you've heard me. Hitting your protein at every meal, 30 grams of protein. Even if that's the only thing you eat, at least you're getting your protein to help your muscle. And they're not optional because this is part of the foundation. And then stabilizing your blood sugar. Okay, so cortisol spikes every time blood sugar crashes. Every crash is a signal to your body that something is wrong. The more stable your blood sugar, the less your body needs to fire off that stress alarm. Minerals and electrolytes before caffeine. Protein before caffeine. Okay, I've already talked about this, not even about GLP-1s, right? You want to protein forward your meals, meaning focus on that first. Consistent eating throughout the day, even when you're not hungry. Eating on a schedule. When it's lunchtime, even if you're not hungry, eat lunch. That's what I've been doing lately. At dinner, I'm not that hungry, but I go ahead and get my protein and I get some veggies. And then by the time I start eating it, I'm like, okay, yeah, I was hungry, but I didn't feel hungry. And third is actually address the nervous system, which again is my other main program. And I don't mean a bath once a week. It's not self-care crap. Okay, this is deeper stuff. I mean specific inputs that tell your body it's safe. A consistent morning routine. Sleep as a non-negotiable. Not over-exercising. Reducing the constant pressure load your body is carrying. Because as women, we carry a lot of other people's crap on our shoulders. Our families, our kids, our spouses, right? And so this is the piece that most women skip. And it's the piece that makes everything else work, including the medication. Okay, so if you're on a GLP-1 and wondering why you're still feeling like crap, right? Exhausted, you feel fried, wondering why your body still feels stressed, even though the scale is moving, right? Just hear me when I say this. Your body isn't failing, okay? You're not failing at this. And the answer probably isn't just increasing your dose. Please don't do that. Please don't. I lost like 99% of my weight, like all of it pretty much on a microdose, like 2.5 milligrams. It's not even the official medicated dose, okay? It's the dose to get your body used to it. And I've been on it for over 4 months. Okay, so you can still lose weight. You don't want to lose it fast. Okay. And your body may need that support that goes far beyond appetite suppression, which it really does. And that's why I created my GLP-1 Nutrition Foundation. It's a group program. And I also have a one-to-one, the GLP-1 Nutrition Intensive, that does that too. But then we go way deeper, way more into like nervous system repair and stuff. Okay. But it's about protecting your metabolism, protecting your muscle, protecting your energy, and protecting your nervous system. And so, because women over 40 deserve better support than just eat less, right? So, if this helped you, please share it with a woman who you know or may not know, because, you know, the shame of it all. But if you know someone who's on a GLP-1 and still feels like crap, please share that with them. I would love it if you followed and also gave a review, because the more reviews it gets, the more that Apple or Spotify will share it to other women. Okay, so it's not for me, but it's just to get it out there. So thank you for listening, and I will be in your headphones next week. Thank you for tuning in to It's Not Just Menopause. I hope today's episode gave you real clarity about what's actually going on in your body and reminded you that it's not just your hormones and it's definitely not your fault. If you found value in this conversation, make sure to follow the show so you never miss an episode. You can also connect with me on Instagram at Cindi Stickle Nutrition or head to cindystickle.com for more resources and personalized support on your menopause and midlife health journey. Until next time, keep questioning what you've been told and trust that your body is not broken. You just need the truth and the tools that actually work.